My name is David Delgado. I'm petroleum engineering graduate. I've been at BG since last September, so about a year. I've only had one placement, which is in Dallas. My second placement is here in TVP. My next placement, which is due to come in a little less than a month, is in Australia. And my last placement will be in India. So I'm getting to go all over the map. Biggest challenge is the responsibility, I guess. I've had responsibility before when I've worked in internships, but now it becomes a little bit more real, especially when you're working in assets like the Dallas asset, and there's two reservoir engineers, and I was one of those. So basically, any input I have is going to have a significant sway on whatever like the development plan is. So they had to give me a lot of weight, and even now the work I'm doing, there's an experiment going on, which is like something like 50,000 pounds a day, and I have to decide what the schedule is. So it's still kind of like nerve-wracking because there's a lot of money on the line, and I'm not very experienced, but it does kind of put the pressure to perform. From a technical standpoint, I've learned a lot about some specific aspects of reservoir engineering. Like, for instance, right now I'm doing PBT modeling. So that's something that not a lot of reservoir engineers know about. So I feel very lucky to have got the chance to focus for 6 months on fluid modeling and sampling. So that's something I've learned a great deal about that I knew nothing about before. In terms of my next placement, I'm looking forward to going to Brisbane. I've never been to Australia, so that's one aspect. I'm also looking forward to doing more of a production engineering role, which I have no experience in. My educational background was purely reservoir engineering, so I think this would be a great opportunity for me to do something outside of my comfort zone. I also like that in Australia there's a lot of opportunities to go to the field, so that's another thing that I don't have experience in that I hope to get experience in. The grad program's great because it's pretty flexible. I'm getting exposure to a lot of different things, which is really good. My placement in Dallas was not technical at all, but it was very involved with the business, so it was kind of like developments and economics, and it was working mainly with spreadsheets, so it wasn't really like reservoir engineering at all. It was mainly like almost like project management, but I was very involved with the asset. I was always looking at like what our production was, even on a daily basis, as part of my job. Here, I'm not working for an asset, but I'm doing very technical work, so I'm getting really good experience in that regard. So it's two completely different things. It's really great because I'm kind of getting all ends of the spectrum, and then my next placement will be even further removed because it's not reservoir engineering at all. It's production technology. So it's been pretty good so far.